A sentencing that was initially set for today for Terrence Armstrong for last Friday's jury conviction of second-degree murder has been delayed. Armstrong set to be sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of probation, parole, or suspension of sentence for his role in the October 20th, 2020 deadly shooting of Edwin Davidson Jr. during a drive-by at a home on Orchard Loop in Wardville. Armstrong's defense attorney, Christopher LaCour, needed another day to file a motion in the case ahead of sentencing. He's handling that matter today, and the motion will be heard tomorrow. A written victim impact statement was submitted to the court, so after that motion is heard, Armstrong could be sentenced by Judge Greg Beard either tomorrow or next Monday.